Welcome to Oregon, where every trail leads to a jaw-dropping view. From glaciers to hidden gorges, surreal blue lakes to dramatic coastlines, this state is nature showing off. We're counting down the top 10 places to visit in Oregon. Iconic spots, hidden gems, and pure adventure. Planning a trip or just need a mental escape? Let's dive in. Number 10, Tequelma Gorge. Deep in southern Oregon, Tequelma Gorge is one of the Rogue River's most dramatic secrets. Located near Prospect, this gorge is carved entirely into ancient volcanic rock, where the river funnels into a narrow chasm and crashes through with thunderous energy. The name Takelma honors the indigenous Takelma people who once lived in this region, and standing above the churning, foaming waters, it's easy to feel the spiritual power of the land. The surrounding forest is quiet, serene, almost protective. The moss-covered pines, the lava rock walls, it feels like you've stepped into a myth. It's perfect for hikers who crave solitude, photographers seeking raw drama, or anyone looking to connect with Oregon's untamed side. Number 9, Cusa Falls. Just off the Mackenzie River in the Willamette National Forest lies Cusa Falls, a 70-foot waterfall that looks and sounds like nature's applause. It's not massive by global standards, but it's the setting that elevates it. The water bursts out of basalt cliffs and plunges into an emerald pool, surrounded by dense forest and volcanic rock shaped by millennia. The air is crisp, pine-scented, and cool from the mist. Follow the nearby Waterfalls loop trail, and you'll also discover Sahalee Falls, just upstream a twin to Cusa, equally mesmerizing. The sound of the river never leaves you, and every bend in the trail feels like it's unveiling something sacred. If you want a taste of Oregon's raw, untamed wilderness, but accessible even to casual hikers, Cusa delivers. Number 8, Sparks Lake. Just a 30-minute drive from Bend, Sparks Lake feels like a dream folded between snow-capped mountains. With South Sister and Broken Top reflecting perfectly on its calm surface, it's one of the most photogenic locations in the state. In the early morning, the lake becomes a mirror. Kayakers glide silently through the mist. Photographers line up before sunrise. And if you're lucky, you might spot deer, otters, or even bald eagles. The lake's shallow edges are ideal for fly fishing and paddling, while nearby trails wind through meadows bursting with wildflowers during summer. Come autumn, golden hues transform the landscape into a quiet cathedral of color. Whether you're camping under a galaxy of stars or sipping coffee by the shore, Sparks Lake is where your mind exhales. Number 7, Little Crater Lake. Tucked away in the Mount Hood National Forest, Little Crater Lake might just be Oregon's most surreal body of water. Despite its modest size, it drops 45 feet straight down, and its shockingly clear turquoise blue color will stop you in your tracks. This spring-fed lake stays icy cold year-round, around 34 degrees, even during peak summer heat. Swimming's not a thing here, unless you enjoy hypothermic dares, but standing beside its still glassy surface feels like staring into another realm. It's a quick detour off the Pacific Crest Trail, and nearby Timothy Lake offers camping, fishing, and forest serenity. Little Crater Lake may be little, but it delivers big impact, a hidden gem that feels like Oregon's best-kept secret. Number 6, Thors Well. On the rugged coast of Cape Perpetua sits Thors Well, a natural saltwater fountain that's equal parts fascinating and ferocious. At high tide, the ocean surges upward, then vanishes into this gaping sinkhole in the rocks, creating the illusion of water draining straight into the earth. Scientists call it a collapsed sea cave. Poets call it a doorway to the underworld. Either way, it's unforgettable. The area around it is just as mesmerizing. Jagged volcanic rock, crashing waves, and a raw, unfiltered view of the Pacific's power. Walk the Captain Cook Trail nearby to see spouting horns and tide pools filled with sea stars and anemones. But be warned, this isn't a selfie spot. Thors Well is stunning but deadly if you underestimate the tide. Come with respect, and you'll leave in awe. Oregon isn't just showing off, it's welcoming you in. If you're enjoying this adventure, tap that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your dream Oregon destination. Now, let's enter the top 5, each one a crown jewel in Oregon's wild kingdom. Number 5, Haystack Rock on Cannon Beach. No Oregon list is complete without Haystack Rock, the iconic sea stack towering over Cannon Beach like a giant sculpture. At 235 feet tall, it commands attention, but it's the details that make it magical. At low tide, tide pools bloom at its base, brimming with colorful starfish, sea urchins, and even tiny crabs. In spring, puffins nest in its crevices, their orange beaks lighting up the sky like flying candy corn. Cannon Beach itself is the stuff of dreams. Bonfires on cool sand, sea mist rolling in like theater fog, and cozy bookstores tucked between art galleries and cafes. Sunset here is a ritual. The sky melts into oranges and purples, the surf softens, and Haystack stands tall. Unchanging, but always magical. Number 4. Willamette Valley. Stretching from Portland to Eugene, the Willamette Valley is Oregon's agricultural heartbeat and its most delicious region. Known globally for its world-class Pinot Noir, this valley is dotted with more than 500 wineries, each with its own story, vineyard view, and tasting experience. But there's more than wine. Think lavender farms, orchards, historic covered bridges, and pumpkin patches in fall. Drive any country road and you'll pass scenes that feel lifted from a painting. Rolling hills, grazing sheep, distant snowcaps, and fields that change colors with the seasons. Whether you're sipping, strolling, or stargazing, Willamette Valley wraps you in a slow, golden kind of magic. Number 3. Mount Hood. Rising over 11,200 feet, Mount Hood is Oregon's tallest peak and perhaps its most beloved. Seen from miles away, it's more than a mountain. It's a living postcard. In winter, ski and snowboard down Mount Hood Meadows or Timberline Lodge, the latter being one of the few places in the U.S. offering year-round skiing. The historic lodge, by the way, is also a cinematic legend, featured in The Shining. Summer transforms the landscape. Hike to Mirror Lake for crystal clear reflections. Paddle Trillium Lake with Mount Hood as your backdrop. Explore alpine meadows where wildflowers bloom like confetti in July. This isn't just recreation, it's reverence. Mount Hood doesn't just challenge you, it rewards you with views that stay with you long after you leave. Number 2. Columbia River Gorge. Spanning over 80 miles along the Oregon-Washington border, the Columbia River Gorge is a jaw-dropping canyon that fuses river, rock, and rainforest. The historic Columbia River Highway is a road trip for the soul. Every mile a new viewpoint, every bend a new waterfall. Multnomah Falls steals the spotlight at 620 feet, but La Tourelle, Horsetail, and Wakena Falls are equally mesmerizing. Hike trails that lead through dense fern forests and basalt cliffs. Visit scenic overlooks like Vista House, perched high above the river. And if you're up for a thrill, windsurf in Hood River, where the breeze practically dares you. The gorge is Oregon at full throttle, wild, romantic, and breathtaking at every turn. Number 1. Painted Hills. And finally, Painted Hills. Arguably the most surreal landscape in Oregon, and easily one of the most photogenic spots in all of North America. Located in the John Day fossil beds, these rolling hills are streaked with reds, oranges, yellows, and blacks, each layer representing millions of years of Earth's evolution. Walk the Painted Cove Trail, and it feels like stepping onto another planet. The colors shift with the light, glowing at sunset, deepening after rain. The silence is profound, the scale humbling. It's more than a place. It's a meditation, a reminder of time, change, and the beauty that only patience can create. So, there you have it. 10 reasons Oregon might just be the most underrated wonderland in America. From explosive coastlines to ancient hills painted by time, Oregon isn't just for hikers or adventurers, it's for feelers, wanderers, story chasers. Which destination are you adding to your bucket list? Let us know in the comments. And if you've already been, share your best moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your travel crew. Until next time, keep wandering, keep wondering, and always chase the wild.